the grievances that they are grappling with. Of course, traders have issued, have been escalating over the last week, starting with the threats to protest against the worst concerns before the sector was hit by floods over the weekend, and that has, of course, culminated in what they say is an upfront on the downtown Kampala area by the businessman Hamisi Chigundu, whose construction of business premises on top of the Nachivuo channel has had tongues working. Joining me this morning is Thaddeus Musoke. He is the chairman of NETA. He'll be talking to us a little bit more about NETA and what its mandate and thrust is in the business community. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Musoke.
Thank you, Chris.
Great.
Good morning, our viewers. I want to thank you for this opportunity to make sure that we view out our concerns as the trading community. Great.
Thank you very much. You should be able to offer us a lot more clarity on what is right now, because there was a bit of confusion. Many Ugandans were thinking traders are going on to the latest act of industrial action on account of floods that inundated the arcades, or it is entirely as a result of concerns that are totally not connected to the floods.
Okay, thank you. Mainly, the traders' concerns are so many. And what is also weakening, I think, the government's approach towards addressing the concerns. I think also it rotates on the leadership of the trading associations. And I want to clarify on this. You know, some people are confusing me that now he's still the chairman of KACITA. No, I'm not. I'm no longer the chairman of KACITA, but still, I'm still one of the directors. I'm still one of the directors of KACITA Uganda. But again, I'm the founding chairman of National Entrepreneurs and Traders Association. And for the concerns why our comrades decided to mobilize for industrial action was mainly there are some, these are the pending issues which always we have been addressing. The kilo system, tax system on mainly garments, and by the way, and other sectors currently, which has been, always we have engaged the government, but the government has failed to intervene and find possible solutions. Also the concern of vendors. Vendors who have flooded Kampala streets is also another concern. Delays by Uganda Revenue Authority in the clearance, and even some operation and inconveniences, stopping of trucks on the road after clearance. So it inconveniences the traders. And by the way, it has created corrupt tendencies that, Chris, if you are stopped and you don't do business under the table. Remember when we were here with Sarah? Business under the table is spoiling Ugandans. So you are inconvenienced a lot, so the traders are fed up. And also the concern of floods. Floods. And I think those are the major concerns, which the trading community was fronting. But because of, I think we didn't coordinate so well. We didn't coordinate so well. Like personally, NETA Uganda, yes, is not part of the ongoing demonstration, because there wasn't those joint consultation and engagement to involve other associations. That's why currently the demonstration is not successful. Because when you see the poster which is being circulated by KACITA Uganda, is calling for closure of business throughout the country. But just knowing that, knowledge that KACITA mainly has strength or administrative units in Kampala. I tried so much in my leadership to strengthen the structures outside Kampala. But you know, when we went to Mbale, we told them, please, you have to join KACITA. When we are together, we are stronger. You know, they told us now we have Mbale city traders. You are Kampala city traders. So they rejected the idea, but they could collaborate. The same applies to other areas which we visited. So when we sat down and internalized, that's why we formulated something of that national character, to unify entrepreneurs and traders, so that our concerns, we strengthen advocacy, we strengthen research, we strengthen our strategic plan to make sure that our relevancy in this country is felt. So that's where the challenges are. And yesterday, I want in a special way to thank, you know, people have come, I've tried to come to intervene to see that how do we formulate possible solutions to the concerns of the traders in a special way. I want to acknowledge the Prime Minister and then the Minister of Kampala. Yesterday, almost the whole day, we are with them. We are with them, and even the ED for Kampala City, Kampala City Authority. The same applies to the Lord Mayor. The other time we were with him in a special meeting at the City Hall, and also where stakeholders were represented, the RCC, the ED, the traders who were affected, and others. So in the way to see that how best can the government find possible solutions? Is it avenue where the government can compensate the traders? And also, it's like I heard some traders, there is another association, I need to contact them, who rushed to court. Is going to court strategy enough? Can it bear us with the rightful fruits which we need? Basing on the consultation, I think that we need to carry out more consultation.
Let me hold you in your tracks there. And what I do notice is that there's a lot of internal politics too within the traders. Of course, given the multiplicity of associations here and there. We'll be going into that a little bit later. But let me just take you back slightly on the key grievances that traders want addressed, and this will continue coming up if it's not actually addressed. You spoke about the per kilo import duty on fabrics and garments. How much is it now, and can you state to us the unfairness in it?
No, currently, like I said, the government decided to execute this strategy to discourage us from importing garments from China, in the way to promote local production. There is a comrade called JB Fashions. You know that gentleman is making a lot of money. He's making very good suits. Yes, I'm happy that even you know him. So how can the government protect him? How can the government protect our sisters and brothers who have acquired skills via the presidential initiative and even other institutions who have formulated the small cottage industries? That is right. So the only challenge is that the government hasn't engaged the traders to interest them into investing in local production. And in the research which the president assigned me, I clearly indicated it, that the moment you suffocate the traders and you don't engage them, they will go bankrupt because they will not meet their bank obligations. But instead, we could formulate a program to transform the traders into entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs. Why? The entrepreneur thinks beyond the box. The trader will be so comfortable that when I go to China and I import my garments, I bring a 40-foot container. If I can make like 50 million, I'll be comfortable. You don't think about something else, but just know the dynamics of business. How are the policies of the government? Now the government is championing the 10-fold growth strategy. Can the trader pick interest in that strategy? What is the repercussion of this strategy? It is totally discouraging importation. So when we met the president, it was so clear that he instituted that measure to make sure that he protects local industries. Remember, when we were at Kololo, one of the traders thought that we leaders, we don't represent them well. And at times that we may be compromised. So the president gave them chance to view out their concerns. So the trader argued out with the president that why should the president refuse to address the concern of the high taxes and discourage importation. And the president was so clear that he wants to promote local manufacturing. And the trader told the president, you see now your shirt, we don't like those designs. We need classy designs which are trending. And then the president replied, then if you want those classy designs, you will enjoy them at a cost. So what does it mean? That we need to understand the policies of the government and find possible solutions. So that's why our traders, they are not contented. They are saying, why should we pay taxes in kilos? Because basing on their perception, it's illegal. But remember, the Constitution mandates the president to formulate those directives for the interest of protecting local industries. So the Ministry of Trade should constantly engage the traders to understand. And also in the special way we collaborated with URA and the Private Sector Foundation, making recommendation and the Ministry of Finance to make sure that how can this tax be somewhere reduced. So we participated in the budget process, and that's why currently now in this budget it was reduced to $3 per kilo and $2.5 per kilo. But that was the intervention after several demonstrations and the engagement. But again, the traders say that this is not fair. And what is causing this? That before the traders could find loopholes in the system of URA, so they could evade taxes. So lately, URA has tightened measures to make sure that traders comply by even investing in technology, surveillance, and other measures. So I think it was like 3 months back, several containers were confiscated. In verification, for sure, URA found several loopholes. And you know what caused URA to get us that we are cheating taxes? It is the greed of some of the traders that who could cheat URA and also could cheat the traders, small businesses.
The ones they...
So they could overcharge the taxes because the traders trusted you to make sure that you can coordinate and use all and pack all the goods just in one container. For us, we are referring to them as container leaders. So unfortunately, when the traders petitioned the URA, they discovered, you know, traders were complaining about CBMs. And then URA said, what kind of tax? Of CBM. But it was the system internally designed by the traders to make sure that there is a way they operate internally. All right. But some traders were being cheated.
Thank you very much for that pillar of one of the pillars of the grievances that traders have. Mr. Assuman Mwanje, welcome to Morning at NTV. Mr. Assuman Mwanje is an executive member of KACITA Uganda, and he'll be clarifying on some of the aspects that we do want to understand in as far as the industrial action by the traders is concerned. But before that, allow me go to my colleague on ground, Stephen Mbide, who is standing by downtown for the very latest on what's happening there. Good morning, comrade. How are you today? And welcome back from the honeymoon.
Is downtown. I'm okay. Thank you so much, Chris. It's been good for the time I've been away for the entire month on my honeymoon. But now I'm back to business, and downtown here on Pepeswe Chuga, Stephen Mbide is standing along the Nabugabo Street here in front of Capital Center as well as Pentagon City Arcade. There is a meeting that's about to begin with the city traders under KACITA and other organizations who are on industrial action. This is day 2 of their industrial action. Many shops are still closed even today as the traders go on with their industrial action. But I'm going to be engaging some of them because now they are listening to Mr. Issa Sekito alongside other KACITA officials. Many of them are just waiting to know whether they are able to open today or they will still remain closed. That is the entrance to Capital Center Arcade, next to Pentagon Arcade, as well as next to Trusted Arcade, as well as Kabale Arcade. I can see all of these arcades are still closed, and this other side there is in the city Arcade is also closed up to now. Many traders are still still at home, while others who have come to the city are just still waiting to know whether they will be able to open. And now the vendors are just trying to ply their trade on the streets. Like here where we're standing, there is one vendor who is plying his trade here, the jeans. He's selling, making a killing, because you know in Uganda they say essanyu lya malembo, where 2 elephants fight, the grass is to suffer. Literally, that is what it means. But that is what is happening here. These traders, all of them are outside here. They are waiting to know from their administrators what the way forward for them. Naye kansooke mbuuzeeko abamu ku bo olw'okuba nti bakyalemeddeko okubanga. Now let me engage one of their leaders okumanya what exactly is going to be happening here. Are they going to march to either parliament? Are they going to petition anywhere? Or they are going to hear what the leaders are saying? Mr. Issa Sekito, you are live on NTV. I can see you gathering all the traders here. What is likely to happen? Are you going to march? Are you going to protest? Are you going to...
I am just the chairman. The decision is for the business people to decide. I am very sure they know what they want more than I do.
For you, what do you want?
Me, what I want is to tell them how I see the situation. Many shops are closed, many shops are open. This controversy cannot be maintained for long. So we need to come out with a resolution. Either the majority, all of us join and close, or we abandon the cause.
It has been the usual. You close 1, 2, 3 days. Yes. The third, the fourth day you open. Yes. It's likely to be...
No, usually we open while we have reached some understanding. The previous time, you saw us engaging the Prime Minister. The penalties and fines were removed for goods which had been shipped on by the date of 30th June. We saw a committee formed which went around all bonds, and we are supposed to get the revelations.
My concern is, yes, these negotiations continue year in, year out.
Yes.
They don't have a permanent, a substantive decision that you agree on.
Yes, it is because of the politics that is involved. You saw, like this time, government decided to pick only one agenda of the floods, which had not even been part of the original design. And they are now moving around talking about compensation, which compensation they have not even streamlined to be put in the mainstream. They have not provided the proper guidelines on how it is going to be followed. So this is a technique by government to preempt the issues of taxes in kilos. The vendors, we are here struggling, they are already laying their cargo. The landlords and tenants. Do you know that the G3s, whose landlord participated in the Prime Minister's meeting, has already closed off some shops? They want the new increments. They aren't the money for the electricity. They have not respected even one of the items they signed with the Prime Minister. So this means the struggle is just beginning. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Haji Sachechito, Chairman KACITA. Let me engage a lady here, Margaret Tumusime, who is the Vice Chairman in charge of Publics, but also an executive member of KACITA. What's the way forward for now?
I think the way forward is going to be decided by the traders. It's not about me or Haji Sachechito or... It is not personal. This is a national issue.
You're also a trader. I want your own views. Speaking to you as a trader, not as an executive member, what is your view? What should be the way forward?
We are ready to close shops.
For how long?
Ready until when the government responds to us. Because what they did yesterday was just to cover up what has always happened. We already had issues in the line that we have been trying to struggle with, especially right from way back, way in March. So we are saying we call upon all the traders to get united. We close up the shops until the government responds back to us. What they were saying yesterday that they are going to compensate, it is not true. Was the state's people compensated? No. Has anyone been?
You are not sure that they will be compensating the traders?
There are no compensations. Yesterday, Prime Minister was very honest. She said that His Excellency had just sent her to come and assess the situation. She did not send her to come and compensate. So there is no compensation. These are just hundreds. They are lying to us.
Thank you, Margaret Tumusime, the Vice Chairperson in charge of Publics. Can you get abantu bagwanga bonna Margaret ne Mukulu Sachechito, they are saying that it's the traders to decide. Nyalo kumanya bo abasuubuzi bo bagamba ki mugenda kugulawo mugenda kuggalawo mugenda kusigala nga muggaddewo. Bakulu bano bagamba bakasiita eddoboozi lyammwe lye ligenda okusalawo okuggulawo oba okuggalawo mmwe ki kye mugamba abasuubuzi.
Omanyi okumanya olumuga amagezi kale mbadde nsaba kubuuza golaba tugguddewo batusibyewo sebo tusibyewo already
oli wano
kitegeeza nti
bagala kumanya mugenda kusalawo ekigenda mu maaso musigala nga muggaddewo oba nga mugenda kuggulawo
kisazeewo mpaka nga bakama baffe batukulembera bakasiita basazeewo naye ffe tetunnaba kusalawo kuggulawo bizinensi zaffe. Kitegeeza nti munnayuganda ali mu kunyigirizibwa. Ebiseera ebisinga obungi bwe biwonyiga ennyindo osobola gireeta ki omusaayi naye ffe tugamba bakama baffe batukulembera nti baveeyo n'eddoboozi limu lwaki
obulumi obuba buli ludda wa
obulumi obwange oba bakugamba nti ebintu by'abantu omuntu eyatikka ebintu okuva mu mwezi ogwokutaano ng'obayo tabifunanga omusolo gwe bateeka mu kiro n'obuzito bwonna bwe bakuteekako lwaki endowooza yange eŋŋamba nti nzija mu bizinensi nga nzize kufunamu so si kunyonka. Kitegeeza nti bakama baffe batuliiririra bali mu kamente gye batawadde biwata. Lwaki omusuubuzi amaze ebbanga ki mu bizinensi ye era afunyemu kitewali okunoonyereza kulaga nti munnayuganda akamibwa bukamibwa. Amanya mpagidde
tuli mu nnaku za zibayita festive season nnaku enkulu tuyingira sekukulu tuyingira n'okumalako omwaka n'emyezi tekyawera ebiri. Abasuubuzi banga muggaddewo kigenda kutegeeza ki ebyenfuna byammwe era ebyeggwanga eri abantu abalala abasuubulako ebintu.
Festive season eno ya nnaku bunaku nga Desemba ndowooza wiiki ng'esembayo abantu be basinga okubeera bize ennyo eno mu busuubuzi. So omwaka gwonna tubadde n'ebizibu ebitunyigiriza renti mungi kati batwongeza 10%. Ebizimbe byonna abadde asuubira okuba nti ogenda tutuula ewaka obeere ng'obala profits z'ofunye mu mwaka zonna olwedde bazisaze. Sizoni abakasitoma tebakyajja, emisolo mingi olutikula ebintu ebituuka mu dduuka tewali bakasitoma tebajja ate renti yeeyongera. bongera emisoso mingi nnyo gyeyongedde mu bizinensi girembesa giba gitujja bujja mu bizinensi kati fe okuggalawo kiba kituyamba tusobole okumala biri byonna tubali tusaba gavumenti ebitereeze tugende mu mwaka ogujja nga tutereeza bulungi.
Segera muggaddewo naye si gwe gusoose muzze muggalawo ennaku 2-3 ne muggulawo duye tulifuna ddala kyenkomeredde numanya mmwe mukanyiza bulungi ne gavumenti omwaka mulamba gutambule nga temuzzeemu kuggalawo kisoboka kino oba tekisobokera ddala?
Kiyinza obutasoboka ekirwa kiriwo ekiti nti ensonga zaffe zonna ndowooza mujjukira mu Gw'omunaana twagenda e Kololo ne tumiitinga mwami Museveni n'atusuubiza nti ensonga zaffe ajja kuba azikolako era n'agamba ajja kuddamu Twitter. Okuva ku miitingi y'e Kololo mwami Museveni taddangamu kuyita basuubuzi kutubula kikigenda mu maaso. Bwe twavaawo ebizibu bingi byeyongedde, URA ebintu tebita, bakilian agent bonna batubuzaabuza ebintu biwanvu nnyo ebiri mu busuubuzi era nga byetaagisa okuba nga tubikolako ensonga z'abasuubuzi tubeere nga tuzirwaningamu tubeere nga tutandika okukola obusuubuzi bwaffe nga butambula bulungi.
Omuntu omu babiri sobola okudda mu studios because I know Chris has other guests in the studios, but let me engage some of the people here. Abantu bano bakedde ku makya bazuukuse oyinza okusuubira nti bazze kukola naye ate oyinza okulaba ekifaananyi kiriwo balinga bazze okwongera okuggalawo obuggazi. Ssebo embeera eri wano olwaleero mmwe ng'abasuubuzi obulumi obuli ludda wa?
Amusolo.
Okay. Let me just get the voice of this Asachito finally before we go back to the studios of Morning at NTV. All right, this should be the last one before we end up.
Nti ofisi ya Prime Minister tujebaza nnyo nti yaleese essuubi ly'okuliyirirwa kw'abaafiiriddwa naye kyamazima yasirikidde ddala bekye ku nsonga emaze emyaka 4-5 ng'eyavuwaza abantu ey'omusolo gwa kiro. Yasirikidde ddala bekye ne Buzeki alina okugyawo abateeka ebintu mu makubo gammwe. Teyanyezeeyo yadde ekigambo kimu ku nsonga y'abatembeeyi gye yawa ennaku 7 baabo fe tuli wano tubonaabona ne maali bagitaddewo. Ekyo kyonna kiva ku maanyi gavumenti geebawa ne gavumenti okufuba okutula mu bantu ng'ekigenderedde omuntu gw'okakasiza ddala nti aganya okujja eri abantu n'omwekulembeza atuukirize ebizibu by'abasuubuzi oba otuliddemu olukwe. Ebyatambudde byonna Prime Minister abadde akimanyi n'ebiwandiiko bye twamuwa abimanyi. Nze nadde musuubidde okukubako olukiiko wano ng'avudde mu kulambula atuwe ansa ze tubanja ze yatusuubiza ku nsonga 4. Ensonga esooka atuwe ansa ati omusolo gwa kiro gwalema abava mu bizinesi y'engoye beerangirire. Ensonga ey'okubiri atukakase nti enkolagana y'abalandiroodi abatakkanya n'abapangisa baabwe tugyesonyiwe kubanga n'olwaleero ekiwandiiko kye yafulumya aba G3 wali mu bamanyi baabongeza era waliwo ne be baasibye tebajjangako wadde ennusu emu. Naye bo be baakubeera olukiiko abo aba G3 abaaganya abantu b'ebizimbe byo twegattako mu kwekalakasa kw'okuggalawo kuno nga balaba ekyabwe ekya renti kyaggwayo. Abasuubuzi muyungula amaziga buli lwe tunaabeeranga nga tebinkwatako okutuusa nga bikutteko ng'amazzi gakututte obusuubuzi bwaffe bugenda kusaanawo. Nze njagala bakubiriza akyalinawo kasente anoonye omusiri gw'emmwanyi. Nze mbabuulira kubanga mwe bennyini muli banafu. muli bannanfuusi tunuulira ab'engoye ababonyebonye n'omusolo gwa kiro all of the years baguddewo bakola.
That is the chairman of Kampala City Traders Association, Issa Sechito, speaking there to a cross-section of traders at Nabugabo on the next move in light of the industrial action that they rolled out. He spoke a little bit earlier about the confusion on the controversy of who is actually protesting and who is not. And that is down to some of the factors that continue to bedevil the traders associations and the traders community, especially in pushing on certain key areas. Allow me engage the executive member at KACITA, Assuman Mwanje. You're welcome to Morning at NTV. You've had Chairman of KACITA, Issa Sechito, speak there of matters that are pertinent, and you gentlemen must agree with me that he's very emotional. Something that speaks of the pain that he and of course many other traders are experiencing right now. First, bring us up to speed with the status of the industrial action and also address some of the concerns as you've had him attempt to do.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you so much, NTV. I am Mwanje Assuman, Chairperson, United Tailors and Fashion Designers Association. I happen to be an executive member at KACITA Uganda, and through that very institution, I happen to be representing them on this very morning show.
Great.
Yep.
What is the status of the industrial action? I've heard, and if the words of Issa Sechito are anything to go by, there are some traders who are not concerned about the industrial action. Actually, their shops are open. Exactly. Others have decided to close, and that is causing confusion and killing the solidarity to push this particular cause.
Yes, I want to be direct because when all this was starting, we realized we had a number of issues to address, ranging from hawkers on the streets, the taxation systems at the URA, especially on textiles and fabrics, rent issues, and other unfair treatments by government. However, it came to our understanding that as we were planning to start maybe to show our concerns about the unfair treatment, government was also planning behind and ahead of us. Yesterday, when we were starting, it was on ground that news was circulating that government is again coming on ground to verify and maybe assess the gravity of the floods that actually attacked shops downtown. It was very, very difficult for us to convince people to remain closing when government was actually coming on ground to assess. So we were like, now let us plan and maybe see how best we can maybe discuss or negotiate with our own traders to find a solution to what is actually affecting every one of us. But away from that, I want to show, maybe take this opportunity to complain publicly to my fellow leader, Dr. Thaddeus Musoke. I saw you yesterday putting out a video that was trivializing our struggle. It is very unfortunate that a person of your capacity can maybe come out to verbally trivialize the pain of Ugandans. You've been a chairperson of the Kampala State Traders Association for almost 5 years, and those are
just 3 years.
Those are the very years that we have choked in what? In exorbitant taxes. With his leadership and mandate as a chairperson. I mean, you said you're negotiating with government to find an end, whatever solution to this problem. Let him come out on air and maybe tell us who is exactly representing us in the negotiation table that they are doing what? Peddling our whatevers. Let him be specific on who is exactly representing textile importers, because I personally, being a tailor and a fashion designer, I have to import a number of trendy fashion and styles to meet the what?
The demand.
I mean, if you as you said yesterday that you are in negotiations with government, it hasn't started yesterday. Let him be specific of when this started and who is representing us, because when we were starting this, I think it's 2020 when government changed our taxation system from the ad valorem that we always used to know, because the East African Community external tariffs are stipulating that when someone is importing raw materials, it is 0%. When someone is intermediate like me who is adding value, I import at 10%. When someone is importing for general market, it is 25%. So government of Uganda went into the East African Community EALA and asked for a specific value rate to deter people from importing fabrics, to protect local manufacturers. Which local manufacturers, I want to be open and clear to each and every one of you people that the local manufacturers have let us down. How? I one time took time to maybe say, let us find a solution to this, because flying to China or Dubai or anywhere else, when there are people who are actually manufacturing the same whatever items that I'm collecting from abroad, it was easier for me to order for the fabrics from Kapeka, Industrialia, and somewhere else here and near. I took the mantle, I led my people. I personally ordered for 12 tons of fabric from a certain company that will not disclose here, and what I got from them, it was supposed to be making t-shirt. What I got was 75% material meant to do t-shirt, to do collars, and 75% of the consignment was for what? Was for the body of the shirt. And it took me up to 2 months complaining here and there to make this man refund my money. So government has deliberately made these investors too powerful to the extent that even government cannot even check or even do what? Streamline. Our complaint went up to engaging 2 different ministers, the Minister of Trade then, Honorable Ntavazi, and Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation, Mrs. Museno, that actually came in to compare this gentleman, to compare this company, to refund our money. And they did not even defund, but they only referred someone else to come and purchase these items that were not working for us, you know, to refer to, the guy came, took these items on credit, because I was paying the store, storage, whatever facility for quite some time without getting any whatever profit.
Okay.
So
Mwanje,
in selling, no, let me tell you, in selling out these items, the person took them on loan, even up to date, it's now 2 years. I'm still demanding 3.5 million. Now someone coming out and trivializing our whatever struggle is very,
thank
very
you so much. There's a grave accusation that is coming out here, Dr. Musoke, trivializing the traders' concerns.
Chris, in a special way, I want to thank you for hosting Mwanje, because I'm one of the colleagues who brought Mwanje near KACITA. And to clarify, he's not an executive member. I'm still one of the directors of KACITA Uganda, basing on the constitution of KACITA. But currently, because when we went to URSB, there are some negotiations which we carried out, and in writing. Until the AGM is held, that's when we shall get executive members. I want to clarify on that. Furthermore, personally, as NETA Uganda, we are not part of the demonstration. And I encourage members of NETA to continue working. And even currently, my
NETA being the National
shop is
Entrepreneurs
open.
and Traders Association.
In Mukono, business is running. In Wakiso, business is running. KACITA, because of myopic leadership, they don't have structure throughout the country. How can you call for an industrial action without consulting other leaders? Is that being strategic? No, it's not being strategic. Yesterday when the Prime Minister was touring Kampala, the leadership of KACITA was nowhere to be seen. I was on ground. Other Traders Association were there. Mwanje wasn't there. And by the way, Mwanje is not a trader. Mwanje is a manufacturer. I know him very well.
Yeah, I see.
That he's a manufacturer. And by the way, for the matter of this too, for clarity, he knows very well the opportunity in manufacturer. He knows how even he can access flexible tax measures or rates. He knows very well. But because, and now I want to be open, they were exploiting traders. I am getting information to organize this demonstration. They have collected over 200 million. 200 million. The other demonstration.
Collected from?
Traders. The other demonstration. They collected over 500 million. So they are using demonstrations as a system to exploit traders. By the way, I'm telling you this, there is no way you can tell me, Sechito, what does he lose when you close a shop? What does he lose? Nothing. Sechito is no longer in business. Sechito is operating a consultancy office.
Which consultancy office?
Consultancy office, which is on Aponye. It's Tito and Sons. I'm telling you this. He doesn't have. He doesn't own a shop. So these people are confusing traders. They are confusing traders. They are having. Let me give you another scenario. Sechito is the director of trade in Private Sector Foundation. Has Private Sector Foundation issued any statement on demonstrations? Private Sector Foundation has a fully fledged and funded department for research. Currently, we are in the budget process. The essence of the budget process is to make sure that stakeholders can represent their concerns during their concerns about taxes and others. Has Mwanje presented any document to the budget committee? If he has, let him present it here. And NETA Uganda has presented. So he doesn't have moral authority to question me that who is negotiating about Ataya. It's not mandated that every trader is a member of KACITA. It's not. The members
for clarity
who don't pay membership to KACITA.
For clarity purposes, KACITA is Kampala City Traders Association, an association that was created for traders within Kampala.
No,
I understand.
But not mandatory.
I understand that at a certain point,
not mandatory.
in the evolution of KACITA, it was thought to become a national association, but sought to retain the name. Mr. Mwanje, who is negotiating on the part of the traders if he's not one of them and he claims Issa Sechito is not a negotiator right now, or he's not showing up?
I don't find it appropriate for me to be here discussing people who are not here at this particular moment to defend themselves. However,
they are leaders. We can talk about.
They are leaders, but it's uncouth of a leader to discuss someone who is not there to defend themselves. I don't have much to say about Sekito or anyone else.
So who's leading the negotiations with government?
He said he is in negotiation with government.
Where did I say it?
The video is here. You said you people are in negotiation with government. to make sure that things get back to normal.
On which handle is that?
It is a WhatsApp group, Chikobo Business Community, where he put a video stating that they are negotiating. We are here to question you, Honorable Dr. Thaddeus Musoke Nagenda, of how far you have now reached.
Not.
I mean, because I personally felt betrayed by you, because I've been choking into excess and abnormal taxes, which are actually illegal to my sector. You coming out with the statement that you are negotiating with government without my representation, that one made me feel so disappointed with you. However, we are not here to maybe battle or fight each other, but we are here to streamline, make things right. I mean, next time when you may be as NETA having a program or an arrangement, I don't know whether you started this while you're still chairman at KACITA or something else, but if it has been there and you're negotiating with government, let us don't politicize things. You know, I know you're a politician.
Well, let me clarify. I'm serving in different capacities.
Yes.
I'm a leader in the National Entrepreneurship League.
Yes, please.
I'm a member of Private Sector Foundation.
That is right.
I sit on the board of Chamber of Commerce, Kampala. I'm the president, Kampala Development Forum. So I'm wondering, Mwanje, if he doesn't know the capacity I'm serving in, I'm sure Mwanje even doesn't know the leadership of National Entrepreneurs League in NRA. And even he has never petitioned.
The only thing I know is the last time I heard about that is you were contesting and you lost.
But I'm the spokesperson now.
Gentlemen,
I'm the spokesperson.
Gentlemen, what is the apex body that represents or brings traders together in the country?
That is an excellent question.
We used to have the Uganda National Chamber of Commerce.
A Chamber of Commerce is not an association.
The Chamber of Commerce,
I don't think
all of these associations are companies limited by guarantee. Where you want to assist my comrade, the Ministry of Trade is formulating an apex body, which is going to
So as we speak right now, traders in Uganda they don't have an apex body.
They don't have that.
Which is the leading association of traders in Uganda?
They don't have.
Is it KACITA? Is it NETA? Is it, I see another association here.
There is FUTA.
United Arcades Traders and Entrepreneurs Association. Uganda Dealers in Used Clothes and Shoes. Who brings together all these ones? Is it KACITA right now?
It is KACITA currently.
No, it's not KACITA.
Now, I mean, if it's not KACITA, let Mr. Thaddeus or Dr. Thaddeus be genuine enough and tell us who is representing the United Tailors and Fashion, or the tailors and fashion designers.
He's not a tailor.
No, it's not supposed to be like that, because if you're saying that you are maybe leading all these whatevers, you must be having sector after sector leadership or associations represented at your what?
You know, again, I mean, my comrade is confused.
I'm not confused.
Your question was so clear. What is the apex body for the trading association? My answer is there isn't any apex body.
Let me break it down a little further.
Yes, there isn't an apex body.
Who called the industrial action?
It is KACITA.
It's KACITA.
KACITA.
Yes, please.
And that's why I said we are not part of KACITA.
You're not part of KACITA.
And he wants me to support the industrial action when we are not part of it.
It's not about supporting it.
And for sure, I'm so clear. And we have reasons why I'm not supporting it. Just a moment. My reasons are, before he joined us, it was so clear that closing shops is not the solution. Closing the shops, that is an old-style strategy. We need to engage government. I'm still insisting. We need to engage government to make sure that there is that fairness. Yes, the taxes are huge. In my video, when I was addressing some of the comrades, I insisted I don't support taxes to be charged in a kilo. And I said that let us engage the government. Because even if you close that shop, you'll go and engage. It's not a matter of you. This gentleman is being so myopic.
So
it's not just who is interested.
Presenting us.
The
issue is
what are the solutions that we have right now?
The issue is not only taxes being charged in kilos.
Okay. There are a lot of grievances.
Even before it's charged in kilos, what are the values? Let him tell us. What are the values for the fabrics right now? You know, if I'm paying at an import duty of 35%, which is abnormally wrong. Now, 35% when I'm supposed to be paying at 10% import duty as an intermediate whatever importer. I'm employing people that we educated using taxpayers' money, you know, learn how to do tailoring and fashion designing. Government has, the president has an initiative called the Presidential Initiative for Skin the Girl Child.
The State House has.
It's State House.
Not the president.
This is the same, this is the very initiative that is actually producing these people that we are employing today. After being wasted on taxpayers' money, they are failing us from performing or even giving them employment. These people are again flying out to the desert to find decent employment. However, it is said that even when they fly out, even with a degree, even with any other qualification that you have as an individual, it is the statistics are like it is 0.2% of them that are getting professional jobs. 1.8% are getting some professional jobs. 98% of them are doing casual labor, regardless, irrespective of your what, of your academic qualification. Okay. My question comes back to them: why aren't they supporting us, promoting us into reasonable and decent employment, whatever, creation? Because if you tell us that you want us to do import substitution, yes, we have moved into the direction, because it's these very policies that are misinforming investment. When I hear government saying that we want to stop people from importing second-hand clothes, I, Mwanje, as a business person, I'm like, now we need to find ways of how we can get into production from home. I went, bought machines, started teaching people, because I have a company that is called Girl on Youth Skilling Initiative. It's through that very company that I was supporting people free of charge, training them, giving them the requisite skills to do what? To do massive production, operating industrial machines, and so many other things. After doing all this, settling to do business, government comes up and imposes taxes that do not at any point allow me to operate. Because before... Great.
That concern is well made. It's well made, Mr. Mwanje.
Before we go any further, he said it taxes in kilos. It's not taxes in kilos that actually we are choking in with. It was 25% prior to this. If I'm paying 25% import duty on fabrics, and the container is costing me close to 70 million shillings, then you come up with 35%. Because the other time it was 25%, and the values, the advertising values were between 0.6 to 0.7 per square yard. Today, it is between 0.8 and 0.9. You know, the taxes are no longer the same. I'm paying at 35% import duty. Now the container is from 60 to 70 millions to around 135 or even 140.
One thing I picked from the submissions is that when you or your representatives meet the government officials in negotiating some of the things, the arguments are not made as clearly as they are here on account of politics. When we return,
No.
Mr. Musoke, you'll be responding to some of those concerns. It appears Assuman Mwanje thinks that Thaddeus Musoke
is misrepresenting us.
There you see, you heard the words. We shall be back with more submissions. Stay with us. Office than what we see, and it will be upon the traders themselves, the various associations, and the leaders especially, to be able to map out a clear strategy on how to address these matters, because to consistently engage the government on the same issues so many times and no resolution is arrived at speaks of something that ought to change. Assuman Mwanje,
yes, please.
Right now, it looks very likely that this industrial action might not go any further. That will be, first, a terrible blow, but also a great betrayal on the part of those traders who have lost immensely. They've just lost out on the floods, and then there is this industrial action that has been called in a manner that doesn't help them at all. What is the strategy now? And then also help us quickly, because we are out of time. What compensation mechanism is there for those that were affected by the floods over the weekend?
I want to thank you for this opportunity, but the failing of the industrial action, as you maybe observe, is based specifically on a number of factors that I want to outline. One is because first and foremost, before it was actually pre-planned, KACITA called several meetings and held all parties, both leaders, sector leaders and general traders, into deciding which date is appropriate for them.
The industrial action.
Yes, to do the industrial action. It actually took a high deal of negotiation between the chairperson, KACITA Uganda, the board members, and other key stakeholders to set this date. With a show of hands and raising up to decide whether the 4th of this very month was appropriate for them to strike or show their grievances, was done. So you cannot, for any reasons whatsoever, blame KACITA for that, because people came in numbers, we engaged them, and they agreed that the 4th is the appropriate date for us to do what? To demonstrate. However, away from there, I want us to understand the reasons that are actually behind the failing and maybe the uncertain whatever systems that we are operating in. Today, you'll find that most of the traders have seriously lost trust in association leaderships, because this very friend of mine, Dr. Thaddeus Musoke is one of the examples. Traders almost lynched him here at the Lord Mayor's Parlor just a few days ago. I think yesterday but one. When we had gone to attend to the meeting that was called by the Lord Mayor, traders came out very loudly that he's not representing us. What things of the kind, things of the sort. Because we, as leaders, have on so many platforms misrepresented the what?
The traders.
He is coming out with information that maybe we are negotiating, doing this and this and that. When the stakeholders are not aware of the steps you have taken, when your traders are not aware of what exactly is transpiring between those walls that you do the negotiations from, is actually creating a suspicion and mistrust kind of what? We have leaders that are actually driving government cars.
Interesting.
Yes, government advanced them with vehicles and so many other whatever. So it is very absurd that we are moving and operating under such kind of what?
It does. One thing I must be able to clarify maybe is that to be a business person and a business leader, you must not be seen not to belong to any political affiliation.
No, you cannot avoid that. I'm supporting NRM. And I'm supporting His Excellency Kaguta Museveni, even in these elections. So if you don't belong to any affiliation, then you are not strategic. Okay. He's in opposition.
Away from that.
He's in opposition.
Away from
I know him.
How do
he's
traders,
in opposition, he's supporting NUP. And by the politics is spoiling trading here. And you know why they were campaigning me? because I'm supporting NRM. And that's why even they cannot approach, he's a Muslim, but even he cannot approach Haji Basajja Balaba, our national chairman of National Entrepreneurs League, because he's of NRM. Secondly, again, you know one funny thing, it's like these people, there is a way now, they want to provoke us. They stage manage the people to humiliate me. But I'm good at ugalis. You know what they call ugalis?
Gangster methods.
If they want that, we can, but we are just humble. They planned it to humiliate me, and that's why he's very proud. He's very proud for that. He's very proud for that.
Away from that, let me have one clear. Let me have one clear way forward and solution for the traders in the country.
But I want also.
We're closing.
Just a moment. What is failing these demonstrations is that because lack of unity among different associations, and let it be on record, KACITA should start respecting other associations.
I think that's clear enough.
That should be just the solution. The moment we value other leaders and we sit together, we harmonize, we strategize, these demonstrations can be successful.
Thaddeus Musoke.
In a special way, I want to thank you for hosting me. I want to thank my comrade. He has been, he's a good friend of mine. And by
I'm
the way,
glad you're friends, no doubt.
And we are partners in different arenas.
And you can disagree on principle.
Yes,
that
exactly.
is a good one.
I actually disagreed with him.
As we wind up Morning at NTV today, I would like to urge traders and indeed the leadership of the traders in the country. The sentiments that are coming out are not good. The fact that there could be aspects of misrepresentation, aspects of betrayal, you need to be able to understand what you're fighting for and who you're fighting for. Because if that doesn't happen, then maybe we are going to see more and more, confrontations between the traders and the government. Yet, solutions can be found and trade can go on very comfortably. That will do it for this edition of Morning at